hip hop,
Yeah,
hip hop, hip
bars is back.
hip hop,
Sam
hip
and
hop.
oh God.
Sponsorships are now open. If you want to become a sponsor for this channel, email us right now at advertise@hiphopun.com. You see it right there, advertise@hiphopun.com, to see how you could become an official channel sponsor. Let's go. All right, let's talk about Boosie Badazz, because we all know, unless you've been hiding under a rock, that R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison, and he still has a couple of more cases that he has to deal with. So it's not looking good for R. Kelly right now. Now, R. Kelly's lawyer is standing strong, saying that she is already ready for the appeal. This is just the beginning for them, and they're hoping that they can get this overturned with an appeal. But we'll have to wait and see. That's going to be a process. For right now, R. Kelly has 30 years in there. Another trial that I think he has to go through very, very soon. Insert Boosie, because Boosie went all the way in on R. Kelly's sentence, and here's what he said. Stick around after I read this. I'm going to give you my opinion on what Boosie said. Now, Boosie said people getting 15 to 20 years for murder, he get 30 years. Yeah, he was wrong for manipulating young girls and sexing them, but he didn't kill anyone. Aggravated R, and no blame on the parents who knew everything. Resentence this man. College professors get probation for this. Shh. Get this man some help and some jail time, but don't give him a death sentence. 30 years, maybe he can get out one day and warn these young girls about older predators and make a difference. But 30 years, like, come on, world. Now, look, man, Boosie, guys like Boosie and this other guy, and people like us too as well, they say the stuff that other people are shook to death to say. All the people in the industry, nobody said nothing, right? Because they don't want to look either way. They don't want to look like they're defending them, because they don't want to lose money, and they don't want their handlers, right, to feel any way. That's why I love Boosie, because he don't give a damn. He's going to say what needs to be said and deal with the backlash later, right? But he's self-made. He did his thing, so he's not really worried about that. In my opinion, uncancelable after that last, whole Lil Nas X thing. But let's just unwrap what he said, man, because there's a lot of truth in what he said, right? Now, we all seen people get 10 years, 12 years, 15 years for murdering someone. We seen all types of different scenarios, but then I'll see ARF got 45 years. 45 years for just selling drugs. And it wasn't that much drugs, right? So it's definitely something that has to be looked at, the different sentencing guidelines, and how you can have, such a Jurassic, difference in sentencing people for similar or like crimes. It's crazy. It's crazy at the end of the day. Now, the whole thing, right? I do think 30 years was a lot. I was kind of on the fence yesterday. I was thinking about it. I think it's obsessive simply because it wasn't a lot of evidence like that, right? It was a lot of allegations, some old stuff with Aaliyah, and that's another topic we'll deal with on another day, right? But there were a lot of things that were kind of sketchy, and it almost seemed like the government had a vendetta to not only, prosecute this man, but bend the law while doing it. Not break the law, but bend the law while doing it, because they're the government, and 10 times out of 10, the prosecuting attorneys are going to have the judge and everybody in that courtroom on their side. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I've seen how it could really just be, unless you have something completely like mind-blowing that's going to blow away the jury, and it's like you can't really go against it because it's so obvious, and it's so obvious that the judge knows that on appeal they're going to lose this, you got a chance of being railroaded, right? Because at the end of the day, no judge wants to have their cases appealed. With that being said, I learned a long time ago from studying, one of these software programs. It was called George Dictionary, right? It was a great, great program. And the guy said, if you want to, some people want to practice law on their own, do it by themselves, they don't want to get a lawyer. He always banged home to always set your case up for an appeal, meaning to always get everything you can on just in case, be preparing for the fact that you may lose and you may have to bring these arguments up again. That's what he said. And that's like one of the things that I remember mostly from that particular instance. So it's a lot of truth in what Boosie said, man. And I don't know how successful an appeal is going to be because I think that the cards, his fate has already kind of been set. I think the powers that be, the government, whatever the case may be, wanted to get him. They got him, and they ain't gonna let him go. This ain't gonna be a Bill Cosby thing, or it's something 5, 3, 4 years down the line where there's a technicality. You're not gonna see that here. You're gonna see, I think, it'd be just a bad situation for R. Kelly. Now, again, the whole relationship with Aaliyah, it sucks. It was horrible, but there is, differences between what he did and what other people did. Now, maybe 10, 12 years. I mean, if you were giving him anything, and like Boosie said as well, what about trying to get this man some help? What about trying to, all right, you can go to jail, but you need some rehabilitation, right? Because at the end of the day, all the people, right, and I got one more point after this, all the people, that he allegedly, did what he did to, they might turn into a perpetrator because he was once a victim. Now he's a perpetrator, right? So, and I think that's something that needs to be held, definitely held into consideration. We talk about rehabilitation programs and things like this. I think that, it should be some type of effort to try to do that with R. Kelly. But you never know. You never know. Like I said, I think this was set in motion, years ago for this outcome to happen. And that kind of is what it is. So I don't think this is going to, like I said, I don't see where this is going. At the end of the day, right now, they're going to drag him through the mud even more. Like I said, I think he has 2 more trials, 2 more cases that he has to deal with. So 30 years is not the tip of the iceberg for him. He's just getting in the water. He's just getting in the water. Another part of this that kind of exposes the prosecution or the government's hand is the fact that they want to go for RICO so bad. But since when did you see a RICO that involved one person just getting in trouble? You look at Young Thug's case, even 6ix9ine's case, ARF's case. It was multiple people being brought up for the same charge. Right here, they just focused on R. Kelly. Now, what about the people who aided and abetted? What about the parents who are willingly serving up their children? What about, the staff and, the people at the music labels and the executives that knew but turned a blind eye, limo drivers and whatever the case may be? What about them? So if you were really concerned about, this is a big criminal organization, what the hell is the organization? Where the hell is the rest of the people at? That, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's just one thing. You guys can, put your pipe and smoke it and let me know what you guys think about, what I said and what Boosie said. And I definitely appreciate you guys listening in to what your boy Old God had to say on this particular subject matter. Like I said, sponsorships are now open for the channel. If you want to become a long-term channel sponsor for Hip Hop News Uncensored, email advertise@hiphopun.com. That's advertised@hiphopun.com. We'll send you the information on what it's going to take to sponsor the channel. And if you want to do it, man, we can get rolling, get moving, right away. Serious people only. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, I appreciate you guys. On the way out, smash the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the movement. We're on a road to 1 million subscribers. You can be a part of that right now. You can make sure that you never miss breaking news that goes on in hip-hop, breaking news that goes on around the world, because this ain't really hip-hop, right? The R. Kelly situation, but we covering it because it's relevant for the culture. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, select the option that says get all notifications for this channel. Hey, the website is hiphopun.com. Go check it out right now. That's hiphop, the letter UN.com. I appreciate you guys, man. Peace.